Well, hello, everyone. My name is Sapphic Sapphire Smokey the Bear. Let me know if you can hear me, how everything sounds. So we have got the first race of round 2 between these fine gentlemen and runners, Maisgueuh and Rossu. Our hash includes for us a spore cage, a ghostly skull, a springing dragon, and a floating suction cup. Awesome. Thank you, Ms. All right. Your smoke mistress doth speak, my darlings and dears. So friends, rodents, community persons, lend moi thine ears. Evil, our restreamer, will be entering and gatekeeping, and as soon as he and Mithra drop, then we should be up and going. Just taking a few additional moments to bring it on over to the stream, and we'll be off. Indeed, runners GL, GRNG, GL Pete, our tracker, GL Evil, our restreamer, GL to myself, and there's the countdown. And there's the gun, and we should be seeing them off any moment now. And away we go. Look at this marvelous sync already. Amazing, 'tis not. Oh, both runners heading a standard left route. You know, personally, everyone talks about the meme route that takes place down in Blue Brinstar. I really quite prefer the meme route that takes off right at the landing site, going right instead of left. Granted, you can't go very far without a super missile, but that's a fun big old mass and a series of bluffs over there to practice your wall jumping and moonfalls on and things of that sort. Alright, almost 1 minute in. We indeed take the elevator on down to Blue Bryn. What will our first items be this time around? Space Jump, my personal favorite to start things off. Most others' favorites, the favorite of most others, should say, is High Jump, which I certainly can understand, and I enjoy that one as well. Space Jump, however, is required to collect one of the items in Lower Norfair. But as very few others besides myself hundo, then I understand they're don't exactly need it. So that, of course, means Morph is in the ceiling, and we are given our first supers over at the far right. And amazing sync once again. Back into the construction zone. That'll naturally and logically bring out our first, our first energy tank. At the construction zone. Wanna know? Oh yes, Rosso requested we ask the chat, hello, who's winning? And you know, of course, as soon as an answer pops in, throw up that PogChamp emote. Rasu himself and Maisgueuh himself are back up the elevator, unable to do anything more in Blue Bryn for the moment. And Tor ruins the reverse pits. Looks like Maisgueuh hardly hitting any pits there, while rossu hit a few. Or they both hit one or two. Naturally. Thank you, Galen. At first, for a second, I thought you were addressing me on commentaries once more, even though this is the first one I've commentated in a couple days. But on down through Alcatraz, we trolley on next to get to Bomb Chozo, and what a surprise, we've got our first power bombs here. Usually always, this will be where first bombs or where first power bombs or regular bombs will be, if you haven't gotten them to this point. I, of course, again, prefer getting early power bombs. That way you can minimize the backtracking a lot and check all the locations down there. And Maisgueuh might be struggling a little with the Alcatraz escape, but gets it eventually there. Rossu checks out the Cavity Dental Plan to find a second pack of supers. And Maisgueuh follows in his footsteps quite literally right behind him. Looks like we will, just barely have a little bit of a high five there. Rossu's half of the high five was airborne, so that was pretty cool. He's not going to go down and make any other lower checks just now. He's going to head straight west to the Terminator. Six schemers and 3 waivers in this room, and a pair of nice shiny Air Jordans. Very sweet. It's one of the only items in this game, the high jump boots, that actually looks like what it in fact is. And Rossu will be visiting the B-Toms up here and checking out the back where he finds E-Tank number 2, 2-0, and the Ice Beam. So, something he may want to jaunt back in there to grab. And Maisgueuh is making the same check. Sensible, logical. Rossu is through the aforementioned spore cages in the Mushroom Kingdom and heading down the elevator to Jungle Brinstar. Maisgueuh follows suit, no pun intended, and blowing open the pink door to the Torian Gateway first there prematurely, a decision I usually always agree with. By the time I get back there, I of course always intend to have Wave Beam, for obvious reasons. E-Tank number 3 at Bryn Reverse, bringing us to 3-0. And we saw missiles there, our first set of missiles on the ground floor of the early supers. We're supers there, and whoa! Now it's upon Varia Suit at Ron Popeil Missiles number 2. And a high five there in, almost a high five in Morph Ball form, but not close enough once again. That will be the second E-Tank for the both of them, as in fact the first is locked for right now. But yet more supers, vanilla supers, at the early super, bringing them to 20. Rossu is not going to bother with the missiles for right now. We'll see what Maisgueuh decides to do about those. And also prematurely opening that pink door. That's one I kind of personally feel that you can open at that moment or later when you're coming back out. I feel it makes less of a difference. Oh, Spling Ball! Summer Ball! Maisgueuh collects the first missiles under the early supers, as Rossu gets his first missiles behind the Edakun E-Tank, behind the trap door, where where our validation item lies. And he's gonna jaunt down here through the thorny forest, the deboost tutorial room. So Maisgueuh is gonna make the same collections, and rossu makes way up the Edikun wall to find supers at the Edikun power bombs. Pretty generous with the supers this seed is thus far. That brings rossu to 25. We'll bring Maisgueuh to the same number, I'm sure. And rossu is indeed back up into the Edikonian jungle shaft and to the Decora dance hall. Oh, Maisgueuh looking like he may not have been exactly sure if he wanted those supers or not for a moment. As rossu enters Big Pink. And, oh, didn't get to see what the item was at Big Pink mid-missiles up there. He fell through the crumble blocks. He's going to ascend back up, and it's more supers. A 6th pack. A 6-pack of 5 packs of supers. And he's going to eliminate the giant hoppers here with supers, 2 supers each. The funny thing is they have 320 health, so if you hit them with 1 super and just 1 uncharged shot from your regular beam, that'll do it. More missiles at the Mission Impossible. Indeed. Both runners having bingo so far. Thank you for pointing that out, Pete. And with Spring Ball, no trouble whatsoever getting out of the Mission Impossible room. Yet another back 7th pack of supers at the charge missiles, taking rossu to 35. And he's not going to check out charge just now. He's going to, with this many supers, he'll have a lot of chances at hitting the wave gate, not to mention high jump boots, so it's pretty free. For myself, anyway, for those of us that prefer the high jump setup. And we find the ticklish beam, the farming beam, grapple beam, behind the wave gate. So that's nice. That'll open up a number more locations and let them execute a few more nifty strats. And rossu blowing away the hoppers again, even though he didn't have to the second time. Both sitting at exactly 1 power bomb at the moment, and looks like both of them are going to use that power bomb right here as we find speed at charge beam, and we know what that means, or what it would mean if they weren't out of power bombs right now. They need another power bomb to go down to the waterway. The extra frustrating thing is there are 2 zeros down there, the caterpillars, that always drop you power bombs. Oi, oi, oi. They can't go back into Blue Bryn either, same problem. So what they can do... No, I take that back. They can't go back into the Decora Dance Hall and back to the Fire Fleas either. They need a power bomb for that too. Oh, but luckily rossu gets one. Lucky power bomb drop from the Zeb. The Zebs, who do not have a very strong power bomb drop rate. Maisgueuh continues the other way, continues down the Bryn Stairs Green Hill Zone, across the new bridge, and into the Crimson Tower. See, he's deciding to go up with speed and a more understandable call. Oh, and he gets a nice hero shot through all 4 of those rippers. Impressively, well, through the Hellway, no problem, as rossu is still farming. He, all of a sudden, I do not remember if he went through the door already and came back or not, so if he wants to check the waterway, he'll need 2 power bombs. But Maisgueuh, having made his way over and down to Alpha PBs, finds missiles. Oh, you know what? You're right, Miz. You're right. I had totally forgotten about that. They did just pick up speed booster, so of course they can speed boost and jump right through the massive blocks in the middle there. But if Maisgueuh checked what was behind the Alpha power bombs, I seem to have missed that. Looks like perhaps it was more ammo. And he takes out the 3 giant hoppers in Beta power bombs with a spark. Of course, knocks out the bridge with a power bomb as well, and finds the X-ray scope. As Rossu makes the waterway check, and it's just missiles. Ooh. Oof, indeed. So, nice pick up the X-ray scope, filling out Maisgueuh's HUD. No beams yet, so only 1/3 of the microwave unlocked at the immediate moment. As Maisgueuh heads up the elevator on up to the drawbridge, Rossu, behind him, gonna check out... No, Rossu already checked this out. He wants more power bombs, so he's farming the zeros there. Or Zoros. So Maisgueuh, it looks like, is gonna grab a gauntlet check. He's gonna sink inside the ship, take a refill, decline the save politely, and oh no, not gauntlet yet. He's heading up to the volcano. I will accept that as the typo I believe it to be, Mithra. 3 green alcoons here in the volcano, the only place alcoons of that hue appear, and it's just missiles at the at the volcano. Not worth it. So we are now gonna check the gauntlet. Shout out to Fry Guy, or Mouser, Triclide, Claw Grip, Ward, whatever his name is. Supers, more vanilla supers, as a matter of fact. Second pack of vanilla supers at Spospo. Backdoor there for Rossu. And some big route divergence by this point. After Rossu spent all that time farming for a power bomb, still in big pink. And thus far, it doesn't seem like it may have paid off for him a great deal. And he's out of power bombs once more, so Maisgueuh opens the door, grabs the spark, and grabs the charge and sparks through the first room of the gauntlet to find power bombs, some more burgers as the front item. We already saw and are aware that he's going to get another E-Tank and the Ice Beam on the other side. And I don't think he'll have a giant problem making it through here. The Varia suit cuts down the acid damage by a lot from having no suits at all. So, yeah, he only took 6 damage from that little toe dip, where otherwise he probably would have taken about 30. But Rossu has made it to the Crimson Tower. He as well ascends. Maisgueuh is going to grab his 3rd E-Tank first. Rossu also with the hero shot, also with a nice somersaulting through the rippers. And Maisgueuh is equipped to freeze stuff. As it looks like I'm going to have another chance to see what was at Alpha, or what was behind Alpha PBs here. Ross is going to check it out. He's out of regular missiles at the moment, but, oh, and gets nommed. Little nom 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 nom. But I doubt that seriously bothers him. Okay, just 2 packs of missiles. Disappointing. Looks like a fairly typical ammo seed thus far. Maisgueuh coming back out to the landing site. See what his next move is going to be. It's probably logically the wrecked ship. He is indeed going right. Yep, both of them picked up an early bingo. It's like the seed wanted to give it away as soon as possible. Ooh, and bonkers. Little goop and spark there. As Maisgueuh finds more missiles at the moat. Will he check the ocean item just now? He will. Oh, and that's a nice strat to get down there and roll into a mock ball to get under the water there. But it's nothing but a reverse tank, bringing the count to 3-1. Maisgueuh emerges from his refreshing dip. Looked like at first he was going for a short charge there, but opts simply instead to space jump across the ocean. Absolutely correct, Stratlog. Jabate tank. As Maisgueuh is into the dead wrecked ship, and naturally gonna have a look at the west side missiles item, which is charge. Oh, just saying something about not needing beams, eh, Cheese? Well, may not need them, but he'll take that one, certainly. As Rossu returns to the ship in the middle of a charge himself, and fills up, and sparks on up to the gauntlet first. That is, I should add, 2/3 of the microwave unlocked for Maisgueuh. He will not be able to microwave this boss, but we'll see where Plasma may turn up. As Rossu gets yapped, but once again, Varia suit, it's not nearly as bad as it would have been without. Grabs the power bombs as well. A fortunate thing, as he was out of them. I'm not sure I even realized at that point that if those weren't power bombs, I think he would have been stuck. Well, unless he could get the ultra short charge from there and return out the other side and do the spark out. But then he still would have needed something to get back out to the ship from the landing site. Anyway, Maisgueuh into his Fantoon fight, and thought he needed one more super there, but enrages the ghost. Rossu opting for Ice Beam first of the two semi-generous gauntlet items. And he almost falls down the crumble blocks, but perseveres, recovers. So Fantoon looking pretty Cheeto-like, should just need, just another shot or so. It looks like Maisgueuh, less than fortunately, just miscounted a bit or jumped the gun. Just a teens. Rossu, a nice half spark or halfy, you might almost say, through the parlor. To return to the landing site, we'll see if he heads up to the volcano now, or no, he's going straight across. A wise choice skipping the volcano, although he doesn't know it. And Maisgueuh, now putting that spring ball to good use, as well as the PBs, is going to head into the reactor room, knock out both bowls with supers, and collect the power bombs back. Rossu is checking the crater maze item at looked like power bombs. I suppose we'll find out for sure a bit later. And finds the same reverse tank, same reaction, does not want it. And vanilla supers at the west side supers, which I suppose you're right, Phoenix. Could have been Spazer up there. So. I believe I just saw something golden. But Maisgueuh getting the vanilla west side supers, which seem to be vanilla quite a bit, and gets that nice ceiling clip on the way up to the attic. As they trade directions, Rossu in his dead ship about to find his charge beam. Okay, Maisgueuh into the attic, going for the... that electric... I hate that. But nonetheless, almost perfect attic spark. that key hunter managed to evade him from getting the whole kill there. He is not going to the right side attic missiles. He's instead taking a peek at the wrecked ship reverse item, using intended strats, using the X-ray scope to find just missiles. Indeed, Cheese Reaver's favorite room, the always gravity room. So Maisgueuh's next check will be the sky-high altitude, and misses the shot. Oh, but gets it on the vertical shot and finds screw attack. Very nice item. Allows you to take a lot of your frustrations out. And he is going to check it. Oh, Phoenix, you were right. It is indeed Spazer, and Maisgueuh says no thank you to the proverbial Sephi beam. Interesting. Well, I was about to use the word interesting to be generous, but perhaps a bit of a questionable call without plasma. As Cheese just echoed my sentiments there, and Rossu also a very nice clean fight on the ghost, but he needs a power bomb drop here, else he'll okay, and he got it. He got one power bomb drop. Very lucky. So Rossu is safely out. As Maisgueuh has gone bowling, he will not be headed back and up to the backstage area. As we saw, what was back there is just a lousy pack of missiles. Rossu shouldn't be soft locked. He has spring ball, doesn't he? Or oh, for the rest of the blocks up there. Well, let me take a quick look. Okay, he's not totally soft locked. Atomics have a 2% chance to drop power bombs, so he needs to farm them. He may need to farm for a while. Yes, 2% drop. And Maisgueuh, unfortunately, as I was looking that up, I missed what was at the bowling alley missiles and gravity suit, but I'm guessing it was just more ammo, as Maisgueuh is quickly out of there. And Rossu, well, he's yeah, he's not going to be able to shoot those without wave beam. Oh, okay, thank you guys, Pete Oil, Pete. Thank you very much. Grav is reverse tank number 2. It brings our count to 3 and 2. As Maisgueuh heads on down to the red tower. Oh, Rossu either didn't know about the 2% drop rate from the atomics or did not want to bother with it. Grabs the reset. So where does that drop? And it takes him back to the ship, where he will have to go through the gauntlet again, and I do believe he has lost his ice beam. He is also only back at 2 tanks. Oh, and the charge beam as well, yes. He never got screw attack, so at least he didn't lose that. Maisgueuh is back into the Hellway, and we'll see if they're using Moonfall. We'll see. Oh, yes, indeed. And oh, it so looked like he had it there. He had the setup. Oh, it looked like he was using Moonfall, but he just fell at normal speed. That stupid Fantoon. Seconded. Only giving 1 power bomb drop. Fantoon dropped him 1, so he got out of the room, but he couldn't go any further than that. Then Maisgueuh checking X-ray to find just more missiles. Perhaps it would serve Rossu well when he gets out of the gauntlet just to jump in the ship again for another quick refill. Maisgueuh hitting the spikes there, bonking into him, but again with the Varia suit, spikes counting as environmental damage, only costing a quarter of the damage they would cost with gravity or with no suits at all. Alright, so as Maisgueuh is through the dive and the the false top room, he's going to have a look at Spazer, where we found the actual Spazer item, which once more he turned down at the crater maze missiles above the West Ocean, and he finds E-Tank number 4, taking us to 4 and 2. He'll collect it, and, oh, Rossu with a bonk. As Maisgueuh, for the first time, is heading through the Meridia Swamp Base tunnels. Yeah, I agree. If nothing else, worth it for the the lovely visual treat of golden showers. And Maisgueuh is the first into the Kraid's lair. He'll hop into the party zone to party with these key hunters, party with them to death, in fact. He'll find supers behind the power bomb blocks and is not interested in them right now. Rossu once more, space jumping on across as Maisgueuh makes makes ravioli out of the pirates and out of Mini Kraid. Steps into Maxi Kraid. And he's riding right on the edge of the blocks there, sitting there in morph form. Amusing. But reducing the lag a bit, I believe, by remaining in morph form until Kraid's... Oh, and he got so robbed! That was highway robbery right there. Should have gotten the quick kill. And now Kraid's waiting for the moment to open his mouth. What a troll. No one can stop you until you stop yourself, Phoenix. And Maisgueuh is going to locate E-Tank number 5 behind Kraid at Varia, taking us to 5 and 2, all 5 of which Maisgueuh has collected. I cannot answer that question immediately myself, P-Toil, but I presume so. Rossu is once again into his Fantoon fight, and he may have stopped at the ship after Gauntlet this time. He has 8 power bombs, so he's certainly not going to soft lock anywhere this time. And what a Doppler that was! Oh, yeah. Okay, this one did start about a half an hour after it was scheduled to. It was originally scheduled to be at 6, but E-Tank at Kraid E-Tank 6 and 2. But the 4 o'clock match ran long due to a particularly trolly seed, Mithra, that Mithra happened to roll for the runners, Stars, and Snake. But I said it then, I'll say it now. If you guys thought that one was trolly, take a look at the randomizer league seed just rolled for Skarsnik and Paper Tiger. I'll just say this much. First power bombs, and only accessible power bombs at Wave Missiles, Varia at X-Ray. That's all. As Maisgueuh is into the high jump area and finds, ooh, just another yucky pack of missiles at the high jump vanilla missiles. And is going to check the actual high jump item, finding power bombs at the E-Tank locale. Oh, once more with the X-ray scope for good measure, and E-Tank number 7. So kind of a French vanilla high jump boots, if they didn't already have the actual boots. Our count now 7 and 2. Rossu finds just the missiles over on the east side in the reactor room. And Maisgueuh does indeed want the power bombs. He's now in crystal flash range, just in case he should happen to need them. He does have lower Norfair open to him at this point. He might want a little more ammo, but he can certainly get there, and certainly have adequate protection for it. Beach-Oil, my second race, had forced meme route with first missile supers at charge missiles. Nice. And Maisgueuh just finding more missiles at ice. How boring. Alright, yice. Maisgueuh is going to drop on down to the cavernous part of the ice gate room to visit the crumble shaft and have a look at the item here. It's E-Tank number 8. He is not going to grab it. He takes the crumble shaft down, this time with a moonfall, and it looks as though he is going to bet on Croc. Or is he? Maybe not. Maybe not. But he would have selected supers ahead of time if he was going to do that. But maybe he's going straight for lower Norfair over here. So the even though he no longer has all of them, the tank count now 8 and 2, and it looks like Maisgueuh is doing just that. The Croc skip, at least for now, heading down to lower Norfair. And he's going for a lava spark. He's going for a very quick charge there. Oh, does not get it. Takes the slow and steady way on down there. Oh, with that that particular Namahe flame was placed just where it would have needed to be for a high jumpless lava dive. But as Rossu has entered the attic and is knocking out the enemies one by one, does not go for an attic spark. But it looks like he will be going to see what's at the right side attic as Maisgueuh successfully lava dives and heads on down in Hell Ruins. Is Lava Spark possible without Grav? That is another good question that I'm not sure I am quite learned enough to tell you, but Rossu finds supers. Okay, no, says Ashter. Well, it looked like that's what he was going for. And Rossu finds supers in the nuclear hub, as Maisgueuh gets a nice green gate glitch, knocks out 5 of the 6 fast rippers, with a PB, collects 5 supers back and fills up his count, and locates more supers at Screw Attack. At GT, will he pay a call on GT? He will not, and I don't blame him. As Rossu also finds his Screw Attack in the sky. Nice protection, nice invincibility on his own armor, and he previously space jumped on up to see what the Crater Maze item was, and looks like he doesn't want the spacer either, unless he actually thought it was power bombs. So, let's see what Maisgueuh's next move is. No problem at all with the worst room in the game. Well, took a hit from a Namahe flame, but otherwise, space and screw. No problem whatsoever. He's going to check out the SMRAT missiles and find SMRAT missiles. Rossu goes bowling. Packs his 12-pound into its case. Struts on in. Takes a lane. And looks like he's not going to be getting a strike here. Unfortunately, if Maisgueuh's results, Maisgueuh's frames were any indication. Again, with the good use of the spring ball there. Maisgueuh descending Santo Poco to deal with the 3 amigos. And okay, we've got supers at the bowling missiles. Rossu is not interested in. And we've got, oh yes, that's right, the reverse tank. That looked like he was trying to hop over it there. Mission not quite accomplished. Maisgueuh knocking out the Mega Deskigas with a minimum of effort. Picks up his 10th super pack, taking him to Vanilla Super's maximum, 50. That will certainly be enough to deal with Ridley, as Maisgueuh definitely does not want to have to kill Ridley with charge ice shots. It looked like he was going for a spark kill on the first pirate, but took a hit from it. And he's got to be actually a little careful here. Doesn't have the gravity suit. The pirates will still hit for these ones. Yeah, 50 damage as a matter of fact. Oh, now he's really got to be careful. He's at 6 health. Stops for a minute to collect himself. And... okay, ooh, and he's saved. Got health bombed by the first pirate. As Rossu returns to inner criteria, drops down the parlor again, and it looks like he's gonna check on the criteria climb supers. And once again, looked like he was going for a moonfall down the climb there, but it didn't happen. Strange. And Maisgueuh, yeah, do not run through the acid without gravity. And Rossu may have temporarily forgotten about the buoyants there, or just didn't get enough momentum beforehand to... Oh, but he gets regular bombs. Could have used those a bit earlier. But so be it. C'est la vie, as my dear friend Cheese would say. As Maisgueuh is into his Ridley fight, he's getting good pogo patterns to start. The right, then the left. And, well, Ridley's actually cooperating. Ridley is playing nicely with others today. And that should be the fight. Whoa! Okay, once again, maybe a little trepidation there at first, but emerges triumphant. And we'll see what Ridley was hiding from us back here. Ah, it's E-Tank number 9, and Maisgueuh will gladly take it for his 8th. Takes us to 9 and 2. Is this even randomized? Okay, Rossu returning to Blue Bryn, to the construction zone and far right room. It looks like he's gonna check out what's at Billy Mays. Yeah. I think it was ammo at Old Mother Brain. So indeed, dropping into Billy to see what's... Oh! Grab suit. Well. It appears, had I been doing this one, the right call would have been made very early on, as soon as I got those PBs from BC. And Rossu is now fully suited up. Could drop right in the water there and it wouldn't make a difference. He'd be able to just move freely through it. As Maisgueuh, done with his Ridley fight, is heading back up Santo Poco. I believe that does indeed put Rossu in go mode. Maisgueuh, unless he knows how to do Suitless Meridia, perhaps not quite yet, but locates the Smoky Beam at Fireflies. Always bet on the Fireflies, this one seems to be telling us. And at a baby Maisgueuh, Smoky validating your run. Alright, no issue whatsoever, of course, with the boulders and funes in the Fireflies, just missiles at the PBs in jail. Yeah, I agree, Pete. May want a little more in his arsenal. Rossu is going to make X-Ray his next destination. Maisgueuh finds another pair of supers at the Alcun missiles and turns them down. This, I guess they really want plasma. That's still a good possibility to, just vanilla Franker Musketeer missiles. It's still a good thing to pick up if they want to quickly dispose of the Meridia bosses. As Rossu was equally nonplussed about those missiles in X-Ray. Maisgueuh with the nice little mock ball there through the single chamber tunnel. And he's going to check out the wave items, where he's going to find vanilla missiles and not vanilla missiles. At least he can open the gate the intended way with the wave beam. Rossu is rewarded with his 4th E-Tank at Spacer. So will we see Maisgueuh make the leftover upper Norfair checks? He is going to speed, indeed. The advice he will heed. He feels the need. As Rossu got snatched by both pants-snatching, yapping maws. And he blows open the power glass, as Maisgueuh finds just missiles and just more missiles at the 2 speed locations. So far, Bubble Mountain turning out to be something of a bust. It's Bust Mountain. As Rossu heads into Kraid's lair, iframes are making his sprite disappear for a bit on the restream. As he just wanted to prepare ahead of time for Meridia, and so prematurely blew open the tube. As Maisgueuh is heading into the Norfair reverse area, where he's presented with some power bombs, says no thanks. And more power bombs in this. Bubble Mountain busted his bubble. Lovely put. Lovely well put, AWP. So he does not want these power bombs here. He does not want to get bodied by the Garuda either. Oh, but he does for the sake of skipping the PBs. And Rossu accomplishes a quick kill. We shall see, but we shall see now if Maisgueuh laid that power bomb just a little too high. If he shall now supers at Bubble Mountain. If he shall now place his bets on no? Oh. Well, that's going to displease a number of members of chat. And Maisgueuh is not a keeper of the faith. At least not today. To be fair, he is mostly in go mode, and he might be familiar with Suitless Meridia. So Rossu has, of course, made mincemeat out of Kraid. And he's going to check out the Kraid E-Tank, where he's going to get another E-Tank. He's going to find it. We'll see if he... about to turn it down, and then, on second thought, maybe I do want that. Oh, Maisgueuh at first going for, looked like going for an Alpha Spark, but jumped a little too far there. Yapping maws, yap. Oh, and Rossu with a very nice, tight mock ball. Under the wrecking ball room, as I call that one, to get to the Norfair elevator. We'll see what he is going to check or not check. It's like he was going to go right, but then he says, let me see what's at the high jump area. He's going to find another E-Tank here at the high jump location. And this time he says no to it. A definite no. Maisgueuh returning to the waterway, remembering he did not have enough power bombs to check this originally. Of course, we know it is not worth it. He's just going to find another missile pack. Rossu not being shiny for right now and not saving the game. And not immediately keeping that faith either. He is heading straight on down, and to be fairer, he is in go mode. So, in his position, I most likely would not, if I was doing any percent, in his position, I most likely would not go to Croc either. Maisgueuh is back out of the waterway. I'm sure thoroughly displeased. And what will his next choice be? Oh, he hasn't been to Backdoor Spospo yet, where Rossu just found a pack of supers. Rossu gets on and descends the elevator. Goes right, semi-standard check, and oh, as Maisgueuh shoots open the door to spark out, but bonks it. And Rossu skipping the GT check, again, in go mode. Oh, gets caught under one of those screwable pillar blocks. But no biggie. Into worst room, once again, essentially a joke. And Maisgueuh is heading through reverse meme route to get into Blue Bryn and knock out the 3 big hoppers. So if he goes all the way, and going for a speedball to get under there, didn't quite happen, but sees just missiles at the Blue Bryn power bombs. I'm sure you would, P-Toil, but I don't want to know about that. TMI. As Rossu is into Santo Poco. He will eliminate Lefty, Ned, and whatever the other one's name is. I would have to look it up again. Maisgueuh is making the right call, heading on up to Billy Mays. By now, probably, I'm sure, a bit bemused at the turn things have been taking. Needs that grav suit, and will have to shoot out a block, but he'll get it. As Rossu checks, but says, "No, I am not feeling shameful. I do not want your shameful supers." And Maisgueuh, too, is all suited up. Takes a nice little mock ball on the invisible bridge there, which looks about as funny as running on it. And Rossu going with a Shine Spark kill on the first pirate in the dojo, and a standard super kill on the other. Neither with the full beam combo or close to it, quite frankly. So 3 supers do the job nicely too. The metal pirates being one of the many enemies that supers do double damage on. And Rossu is going to fight a space pelican. Oh, he's starting off with an ice shield. Very cool. And that'll roll into a collection of supers. Says you, LJ. Says you. And no one else. But Maisgueuh is going... Oh, gets it that time. Gets a sweet speedball on out of the lobby there. The Hall of Walls, if you will. Back through the side hoppers. Indeed, and down the Green Hill Zone. As Rossu picks up Ridley's E-Tank to add it to his collection for 7. Oh, Maisgueuh! What happened then? Oh, did he get nailed by a Cack-Attack quill? Something knocked him off the new bridge there and down the crumble blocks. Well, that was a ripoff. Well, he wants a little mini best moonfall in the game there, down through the middle of the Crimson Tower, and he wanted it down through the bottom there too, but didn't get it. Rossu with some impatient-looking arm pumps there. and does get the speedball through the wasteland to knock out those 2 blocks. Another nice speedball. So Maisgueuh is the first to Meridia, will break open the tube, and it looks like still maintains a lead, even finding gravity quite late. But he is wasting no time. Does not need to, is in full go mode as well, heading right up the fish tank, as rossu is about to smoky validate his run. Or yes, thank you. I was about to say, do not make me DQ you on my own grounds there, rossu. Well done. So Maisgueuh is into the aqueduct, letting the Meridia Sandcastle music take over. And he's heading on up to Machtroids, to Botwoon, to Dragon. Still no plasma beam, so unfortunately, still no microwave, which always disappoints me a bit, but oh, it looks like, is he gonna go for... Oh, he's going for an X-Factor. Nice, I must have missed him turning off the Ice Beam. He does get an X-Factor, hits all 4 particles for an initial 1200 damage, and 6 more supers after that will do the trick. And what's Botwoon got for us today? Looked like supers, he ran right by it. As rossu emerges from Lower Norfair, also gets the single chamber mock ball and does not need to check any locations. He will be straight on out of here. He trails by a bit at the moment. That soft lock, or near soft lock in the wrecked ship, costing him some. Maisgueuh with a nice halfie across the Colosseum, as opposed to a halfie in any other room. Maisgueuh also leading him on ammo just a bit, as 1 more pack each of missiles and supers than rossu does. Rossu also passing up and turning down the ammo in the Norfair reverse area. Maisgueuh not having to look at whatever Precious is, he just wants straight into Dr. Dre's quarters and straight back out. Where is rossu gonna go now? He's gonna look at the Bubble Mountain item real quick. Still just supers. And I don't expect we'll see him pay a visit on Croc either, no. So, Croc perhaps not holding the goods today unless he has plasma. But oh, Maisgueuh with an any % kill on Dragon, Sparks, and a blue suit to boot. Quite nice. It's like he almost won the proverbial lottery there, so to speak. And he's back out. He's going to get what should be a reverse full halfie. Very nice. As is rossu's turn to head on up into the murky water world. And on Main Street, he's going to get the Main Street missile item, which is vanilla. But he deserved a better item for getting that super short charge on the floor. These are 2 very skilled runners we've got going here with some very skilled strats. And on that score, now that we have full cadre of viewers and chat members here, let me punch in the commands here, and friendly reminder to please follow the runners if you are not doing so already. And our lovely behind-the-scenes crew, missing Pizza in there, who is tracking this race, but Evil Sparky once more is restreaming. I am commentating, as if you weren't aware of that. Bonkers. Rossu looks like really wanting that plasma. Oh! Ripped off again! Yeah, I would kill that yard too. Oh, it deserves to die. So, but another sweet short charge in lieu of it, and oh, I know, Link. It's such a shocker, right? It's my name's there and beside the microphone icon, and you're hearing my voice, and yet what? But Rossu does not succeed in locating the plasma beam, and I doubt we're gonna see it. I think we're gonna have to rely on the spoiler log for its location. Maisgueuh stops at the ship to fill up before Torian, and politely declines the save. Rushes back on inside. Awesome, Evil Sparky. You are truly awesome. Rossu into a generous RNG fight. The Botswoon poking his head out two of the more convenient holes a couple of times. He is going to see, I'm presuming this is Supers here. Yeah, I definitely saw that time it was Supers. So Maisgueuh, first to reach the gateway, turns his ice beam back on and lowers himself into headquarters via the televator, if you will, or is it? No, that's not right. The televator is what I call the red tower one. Oh, anyway, I'll have names for all these weird things eventually. Little side note, as I was coming up with them, there are also names for the series rooms on the wiki, and the wiki has all the basic names. As for Zebes or Zebes, I came up with 200 rooms that will have names. I'll be making a playthrough video of and showcasing for those of you who are curious about the indigenous names or maybe the ones that I've come up with. So Maisgueuh is into his 4th Metroid room, as Rossu is into his 4th boss, and uses the same setup that Maisgueuh did, any percent setup, an X Factor, combined with an initial spark. Oh, goops that second one, as it is Gooper Metroid. And Maisgueuh is not going for a baby skip, it looks like, already damaging himself down on the hopper. The one indestructible hopper in here. The other two in that previous room with 1500 health can be killed with 5 super missiles each. But going for a couple jumps there, indeed gets the almost equally impressive baby skip as Rossu downs Dr. Dre, finishing her off with ammo rather than a spark. Will not have a blue suit, but hardly a big deal, and we'll check the space jump item. Still apparently really wants plasma, but he just finds an E-Tank. So I guess that'll bring our count to 10 and 2, but it hardly matters anymore, as I don't think they're going to check really anything else. I suspect Rossu is just going to get his rear in gear and out of here and over to Torian, or however you pronounce it. Okay, Maisgueuh is through the deserted desert to the Ghidorah, and grabs a nice moonfall down the Rinka shaft. It's a nice ice Zebetite skip, no problem. You will freeze and and leave the Piscettios frozen there on screen. Just for the moment, and that will do. MB1 down as Rossu returns from the crab tube shaft and takes the Meridia escape hatch. Oh, and knocks out one fish, two fish. Not cool, bro. Not cool. But, whoa! But makes up for it with some swag. Getting the spring ball jump out of the red tower tunnel. Up to that one. That is the televator, as I call it. And he's back up to the drawbridge. Maisgueuh has used his ammo on MB2, is finishing her with charged ice wave shots, each of which will do 180 damage. So however much he had left, well, doesn't matter at this point. He has brought himself down on the rainbow beam to within stand-up range. Is he actually going for stand-up? With this beam combo, it's not going to save hardly any time. But, oh, interesting. Rossu appears to be heading through the gauntlet en route to... Or he just realizes just now that he already did the gauntlet, and he wants to check the volcano? Okay, well, we know he's just going to find missiles here, but, or not. Just messing with us again. Thought he really wanted that plasma beam. But Maisgueuh paying homage to Wild Anaconda, by the way. Shout-outs. He had to use the bathroom. A likely story, but perhaps a true one. He was going for a swag strat, not as likely. But Rossu is down the tumbler, down the pirate shaft, and to the G4 gateway. Oh, no worries, Snake. All you missed was a commentary of mine. But this was a pretty hype race, not to make you feel bad about being tardy. But as you can see, Maisgueuh is rolling into MB3 as Rossu is entering Torian. Oh, Snake. You make my heart smile. All right. And yes, Mithra is reminding me to announce to you our match scheduled for 8 p.m., which was Evil Sparky versus Zensky, will be taking place at 8:45 or 9 o'clock, roughly. Is now 9 o'clock on the schedule, due to our available staff. And Evil will be racing in this one, and is also the current restreamer. So hype on that as well. As Maisgueuh has put MB3 to rest, is on through the escape, pulls off a sweet last moonfall, and we'll see what kind of climb spark he goes for. Oh, pretty standard, straight up, diagonal spark. Or perhaps I should say straight up angling spark. And Rossu, oh, going for the baby skip, but not quite. Ouch. So close, and yet, so far. And Maisgueuh finishes in first place, wins this race with an official time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 53 seconds. A great big GJ and JG. As Rossu has picked up his refill, is back into the coral web and through the deserted desert. Congrats, Maisgueuh. If you'd like to step in for a little interview, that would be cool. I'm not making you, or I'm just throwing out the invitation there, of course. Should usually be in the green room in the Discord. I think you should pop up in my main SRA voice channel. The mission was completed successfully. Just once, I want to see that. Like, mission was completely botched. Good job. And Rossu downs MB1. Has 46 supers, so pretty much far more than enough to bring MB2 down to and hold off on the rest of them till we're in catch-up range. That's a good one too. You didn't save the animals, mission failed. And yeah, it's the JChat Discord. And then under SMRAT voice channels. So 32.25.9. And variable progression speed. Who saw that coming? Well, always consider sub 30 seconds aligning the doors pretty good as well. All those messages. I'm sure with all the interesting little tweaks and quirks we've given the game, we'll eventually find ways to put all those messages in there. Okay. Plasma was at the cosine room, it looks like. And were there any other items we didn't find? No, I think we found all the rest of them. Yep. Thank you for playing, she said, as if she were the game itself. And a nice big old collective Deer Force. Maisgueuh walks away with a 41% item rate. Nicely done. As Rossu enters MB3 with a shiny new Hyper Beam. Did not go for any kind of stand-up, and so sat through a nice cutscene, had a little time to relax, took a breather, and now pumps in 36 shots on Mother Brain 3 as hello, Maisgueuh.
Hello,
I am joined by.
sorry for not finding the channel.
Oh, no worries. No worries. So,
Hidden.
congrats.
Cool. Thank you very much. I nearly died. Oh, I should clip that moment on
Yeah,
on the pirates.
on the
At
Ninja
Dawn.
Pirates, I believe it was.
I almost had a heart attack.
In real life.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, how did it feel to you on the whole?
I was really afraid. I found gravity too late and lose, but obviously
Yeah.
it was not too late for me.
Well, yeah, you maintained a lead. Part of that was because Rossu had an unfortunate near soft block and wrecked ship. Fantoon only dropped him one power bomb, and he couldn't really get out. And well, I took
That's
a sec.
stupid. It's so shame to don't get powerbomb on thing
Yeah.
two, and you need to really don't be lucky or low life, I guess.
Well, I think the second time he grabbed a refill at the ship, so that secured it.
All
Uh,
right.
the funny thing is the atomics drop power bombs, but their rate is only 2%. So,
What?
uh, oh yeah, the atomics have a 2% drop rate for the power bombs.
Oh yeah. So it could be a really slow to get it. Indeed.
Yeah.
In GG.
And he jumps. Yes, he jumps on the ship, finishes with a second place time, 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 13 seconds. More
Without that
GJs.
day, I guess I will lose that. I mean that's soft luck. How many times does he lose?
How many times? Oh, he just. Hello, Rasu.
Hi Rosu.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah,
GG.
I was just mentioning to Magoo about your near soft lock down in the wrecked ship. Unfortunately, after the first Fantoon fight.
That's
Yeah, I totally forgot about that area. Like I wanted to save time by not refilling. So I had a lot of power bomb problems early on with
Oh yeah.
like big pink being really slow just because of like so many. You gotta use so many power bombs in that room, and you only have five, and uh, it's okay. I'm a little sad that I soft locked, but it's
Well,
all right.
you technically you didn't completely soft. Like I told Chad and I told the atomics have a 2% drop rate for power bombs, but I'm guessing you didn't take the gamble on that and
No,
was
I
probably
didn't.
faster to just
Yeah, I knew that the drop rate was like less than 10%, so I gave it a few tries
yeah,
and then I decided to reset. But uh,
yeah. I don't
oh,
blame you.
wondering. Did you find the
overall,
gravity
did I find
early?
what?
Gravity.
I did. I found gravity after wrecked ship.
Oh, so pretty early.
Yeah, I wanted to check Billy Mays after Big Pink, but I had such a huge power bomb issue that I decided to skip it until after
Yeah.
wreck ship. So I really wanted to check Billy Mays right after Big Pink, but it was just not like with the amount of power bombs that it was just not a good situation.
The same matter. So I decide to check it right after Norfair. So I check every Norfair except for Crocomire, and then I was like, no, 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 it's not in Norfair. Just go back to Blue Brinstar. There's so much item to see, and it was a good call, but uh, it was a huge backtracking.
Yeah, I like items like that. You can easily forget about it.
All right. No one went to Croc in this one, which might have displeased a certain number of chat members, but you didn't really need to. The only thing that was down there was plasma at the cosine room.
That's exactly what I was looking for. I made so many out of the way
Yeah,
checks for plasma.
with all the Meridia checks, I figured that had to have been what you were going for, and you were in total go mode. Aside from that,
Yeah,
well,
I think I was at go mode when I picked up gravity, but I don't really feel comfortable with the weak beam combination against Mother Brain. Even though I already had like I should have just trusted my gut and picked up the 60 supers that I needed and did that route. But I chose the other way and decided to look for plasma, and it didn't really work out. So
and you collected one more item than Magoo did, 42% to his 41.
oh, nice. It's probably
Yeah.
the bomb. I
Probably.
decided to get bomb. So
What was the bombs?
Yeah. D- the
criteria
bombs were
super.
Criteria Climb Supers, yeah. So
Oh, I see.
it looked like one or two of you might have been a little indecisive or having second or third thoughts on some of E-tanks and some of the ammo too.
Yeah,
I guess
it was again. It was my indecision about whether I wanted to get ammo or find plasma, and I kind of did half of it, so like it was really slow.
right. Well, on the one hand, if anyone had bet on Croc, they probably would have been able to microwave the Meridia bosses. On the other hand, we wouldn't have been able
Yeah.
to one shoot and walk Croc. So
Yeah.
pros and
Actually,
cons.
I'm really happy of about my Maridia. I guess I never had such a perfect dragon. Only 2
Oh
cycles.
yeah, you did.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's like a
nice,
perfect any percent kill, and you got the reverse full halfy.
Yeah, I was like,
nice.
oh
Good on you.
damn, why I never had this when I'm doing any percent.
Right? Oh well. It helped
So
win you a race today.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said it helped win you a race today. This one.
Oh yeah, at least. Thank you. So revenge tomorrow at 11.
Yep. Uh,
Nice.
we're gonna. I'm gonna schedule or submit that unless you already did.
Yeah, it's submit.
Okay, good.
It's already done.
Is that 11 p.m. Eastern time?
Oh
Yes.
no, AM.
Oh.
AM.
Oh,
Yes. Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah, AM. Yes.
Oh, there's a. Yeah, I just reminded myself. Schedule
So
tomorrow at 11 a.m. But there we also have multiple channels now, so
cool. It would be
it's,
5 p.m. for me.
oh, okay. Well, there you go. Well, right, as I mentioned, after this, probably in about a half an hour or thereabouts, maybe 9 o'clock, will be Evil Sparky versus Zensky, match
Oh,
2 of their first rounds, and then tomorrow we've got a number of matches scheduled at 8 a.m. WJG 999 versus Arsnick. At 11 a.m., Captain Dapper versus Fusion Warrior 86. At 3 p.m., Gameaholic versus Link Hero of Time 64. And at 8 and 10, back to back, matches 1 and 2 between Kenny, now that I know how to pronounce that name, and Jargle Bargle. So that's what tomorrow's looking like. So fun and hype and all that good stuff. All right,
great.
so any other particular moments that came to mind or other?
No.
That's Pirates. You have to know. I nearly died in a stupid way and at lower Norfolk.
Oh, yes.
I had 6 HP with Ninja
Oh,
Pirates.
wow.
Yeah. That was
Wow.
uh that was some taking it nice and easy after that, but luckily he killed the first one and it health bombed him, so
Yeah, because they were stuck together, so don't they have the good pattern? I was really afraid. Well,
oh yeah,
thank
let
you
me
very
see.
much, and good luck for to the runners for the next race.
Yeah. Good luck.
Oh yeah, seconded here. Let me see if I can go into my list and pull up Pete's link and get it in there too, because he was, as I say, he was tracking this race. All right. Well, thank you guys very, very much for the very cool entertainment and the interview. And unless there's anything else, then I guess we'll see you next mission.
Yep.
See you tomorrow, Ross,
Yep. See you tomorrow.
and have a good evening, everyone.
You too. Thank you
All right.
for the race. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Nice. See you. Goodbye.
All right. And as I always say, sweet dreams whenever it may be time for you to head off to Dreamland next. And okay, I just grabbed Pete's link there too, so I just posted it as well. Follow Pizza 34. That's an order, not a request, by the way, as are the rest of them. Okay, so then I guess I'll get on out of here today. I think I'll probably go grab something to eat before the 9 o'clock match, or 8:45, 9 o'clock, whenever it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be commentated by Amadeus Zeno, good friend of mine, so that'll be something to look forward to. And cheers, everyone.